What if I told you that being the best isn't always enough? Have you ever had a feeling scrolling through social media, seeing a post and thinking, this guy's getting more attention than he deserves? Meanwhile, there's another product that's obviously way better, but it gets less views, less likes, less comments, less attention. Having the best product doesn't always guarantee success. If you follow me, you'll know that I usually talk Paraguay. And using the same analogy, I used to say that Paraguay isn't underrated, it's undermarketed. And the same principle we can apply to companies and to creators. If you don't have a clear strategy, you won't get real results. We're getting sold just post consistently, which might be a good idea in order to getting started and getting a feeling of how social media works. But without a strategy, it's like shooting blindfolded. You don't know how many shots it'll take until you land a hit. In order to get there, you need a system. And that is the topic of today's video. So, what is a social media strategy? Well, I can tell you what it's not. It's not just some beautiful graphics, vibes, and a ton of hashtags. Instead, it is a plan to use social dynamics and combine them with digital tech in order to get an outcome. Social media is not here in order to replace other marketing efforts, but instead enhance them. Think about it like distribution, positioning, and reputation. Why would we need a social media strategy? Because it helps building brand awareness. And we're meeting the customer where they are. And social media is the ultimate inbound strategy. We can talk to the customer one on one. And also, most importantly, our post can show up next to a big, massive brand. In order to be successful, we need to know our buyer persona. Not just knowing who they are, but also knowing how they think. Traditionally, marketing agencies used demographics. This is age, gender, their income, where they live, etc. But in the social media age, the psychographics are much more important. These are their pain points, their dreams, their values, and the fears they have. If we understand how they think, then creating content will be no friction for us. Then we need to align our social media efforts with our business goals, not just chasing views or likes, but what is the outcome, what we want to achieve with that. We can define our goals like awareness, engagement, or conversions. So, how can we build a social media strategy? Great question. At first, we need to choose the right platform. We don't need to be on all social media platforms. We just need to be where our customers are. Then we need to use social listening and engagement. What are other people in our room talking about? We need to plan our content themes, and in order to stay consistent, it helps to set up a content calendar. In order to be able to create a community, it's important that we respond fast and we engage like a human, not just a corporate robot. Then we need to track metrics and adjust our efforts in order to stay on track with our business goals. We don't need to chase virality. We just need to be visible to the right people.